Hello, Gemini Waylighters. I'm Renee, and this is Waylighter Life Tarot. If this message has found you, there's something here for you. It's the perfect time. When something resonates, please like and subscribe so that others can hear messages too and find their way to the channel. Thanks for helping this small channel grow. All right, so let's see what it is that Spirit wants to talk with you about. I will say, first of all, while I'm shuffling here, that your third house of short distance trips and education in the form of like certifications or a hobby or something that is shorter term than the higher education, that is something that's on the docket for you right now. You may have been considering how it is that you can expand your mind, which you love to do, and stay up to date in conversations and contribute to them knowledgeably and meet new people through them. I love that about you, that you like to meet people around the interest that you have. So, oh, okay. Nope, I'm being told the bottom. Okay. Ah, I love this. So you're dreaming. This is, in some way, you've had either a daydream or a nighttime dream that you remembered about this. And that is offered to you as guidance, guidance for your life, guidance for being here at this time. It says, your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. So, that suggests to me that you can pick something that you're passionate about. It doesn't have to be something useful at this time. It can be something that lights you up. And that in itself, just the enthusiasm that you bring when you are really all in on something, which is something that you do, um, that in itself gives people motivation. It gives them a smile, and that is worth a lot. It says simply loving and being loved. I really think that something even that simple of just having a conversation where you're enthusiastic and you're interested in the other person and you're interested in offering them information that makes them feel seen and heard. And frankly, I don't think there's enough of that in our culture nowadays. So I'm feeling that our cards are ready. Let's see what it is that Source wants to clarify for us. Ah, love this. Okay, beautiful cards. And I drew another one because it wiggled. You have the Hierophant, the King of Cups, the Strength card, the Eight of Wands, and the extra card was the Temperance card. So beautiful, beautiful cards here with two major arcana to bookend us. Starting out with teaching. So that is the question right now. Not surprising for you, Gemini. You are helping us, helping the collective learn new things. You are the gadfly is how you're described. I actually just think you're in like perpetual school and you help all of us with that knowledge. You spread it around so that there are enough seeds to actually see that there can be a coming harvest. And I love that. We have here the figure of Chiron. So it's very interesting that in some way you may be considering a healing class right now or to deepen your sense of healing. Now, that could be physical, it could be emotional. Um, Whatever healing is interesting to you right now, that is up for grabs. But in some way, that is the teaching that is being suggested here. It looks as though it does have an emotional component because we drew the King of Cups. And of course, the King of Cups is the ruler who rules from the heart, or at least rules with the heart. I think probably ruling from the heart is more the Queen of Cups, but I do think that the King of Cups is ruling with heart. So he is a strong figure. He has courage as well. We tend to think of water signs as sometimes not as strong, but boy, think of like a 20-foot wave that's very strong, or just water wearing away stone. There is a strength to it. There is a strength to the heart, and there's a strength to the learning heart. That's an image that's coming in my mind, and I really like it. I just offer it to you, the learning heart. It is a vitality of sorts. The heart is about the pulse, the heartbeat, the vitality that it gives us, pumping blood out to the extremities. That's kind of what I was saying about you, is that you help um, information get dispersed. You help new perspectives get dispersed in your conversation. And there you go, your conversations, your messages, you are very good at your messaging. And so whatever this is that you are considering, or maybe it's something that pops up soon for you that you didn't expect, this is around communication. And you're very good at communication. Mercury is your ruler. And even the Temperance card here that there you go, you can see it, of her pouring that liquid back and forth. I think of it almost like nectar, but here we have the cups image again, that heart image, and we have it going back and forth. So there's this sense of dialogue, this sense of turn taking, this sense of, hey, I'm interested in you. What do you have to say? And will you listen to what I have to say? We've kind of forgotten how to do that, but you have not forgotten. You are very good at this. We really need you right now. All right, so let's see what Source wants to clarify for us. Yeah, looks like that okay, I was going to say, it looks like that the learning that you would be doing and possibly around healing would involve travel in some way, because we have the Six of Swords here that is modifying the Hierophant. For the King of Cups, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new path. This path around heart healing or the listening heart is potentially a new path for you as a way through life. So this is actually more than only having conversations, although I should say that is your way. So use the path that you naturally have, but there may also be something new that opens up, a new opportunity that comes for you to practice your existing talents and the new learning that you're undergoing. With the Strength card, we have clarifying the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about community. So you are helping to build a strong community. And around the Eight of Wands, these messages, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So it is, what is it around, what is it that you can focus in on out of these choices that you have? The Seven of Pentacles is often about, is the juice worth the squeeze? In this case, clearly it is. Not only that, but it really is suggesting that this could become bigger than it first seems to be. And perhaps that's not surprising, because we started out with a major arcana card of learning, and I would say possibly teaching later. We have modifying the Temperance card, we have another major arcana of the Justice card. This is big, guys. This is around life. It's the life that we live in society. And you are very conscious of that. You're very conscious of social mores, of social norms, of how they affect people, of how power is expressed, of how some people have it more easily or are granted it more easily than others. And you seek to rectify that. So, whatever it is that you are learning here, you've been dreaming of for a while. Might have been in the back of your mind daydreaming, may have been popping up recently, may have woken up with a dream that you remember, something that is meaningful to you around the listening heart, around healing. And you may have to travel a short distance for it. It doesn't look like it's going to be very far to start with, but that whatever this is that is starting smaller, it's starting you on a new path, and that path may grow. You have the Strength card, you have the Eight of Wands, you have the Temperance card, you have Justice. There is so much major arcana energy here for you. um, Whatever it is, I would say that you can be very, very confident that spirit and your guides are right here with you. Your angels are right here with you. They are helping to make the way. They can help you study. They can help you understand what the opportunities are. And they can help you know, out of these different choices that you may find that or feel that you have, which one is the right one to focus in on, or which aspect is the right one to focus on. I'm getting that there's something else here in the Seven of Pentacles card that I'm not seeing. You know, she's offering him this pentacle, and it reminds me of the pentacle, the one pentacle that is on your path and that marks a new path. And it's modifying this card, this Seven of Pentacles is modifying the Eight of Wands, which is a message. So watch for a message that is right now an aspect. It's like pointing to an aspect of a bigger knowledge domain that could actually be called out on its own in the future. It could become, remember we talked about how that something that starts small could get larger. This would be something that maybe people haven't focused as much on. Maybe it's a part of healing or I mean, so just for example, if this were a healing class around holistic healing, it might be that there's an herb that is just kind of thought to be a run of the mill. Yes, it's good for general kinds of ailments or nourishment, but people haven't really focused on that it could be particularly good for this one condition. And this one condition is something that is becoming more and more prevalent in our society. And so focusing in on that and really understanding what the properties are and maybe, I don't know, some new way to intake it, that is something that you focus on and you bring to the conversation. And it's not the whole thing, but it's an aspect of it that kind of gives the entire thing a new slant. Remember that it's around this listening. So I don't know if it has something to do with ears or certainly with heart. We looked at heart. In the channeled readings that I did recently, and I will put the link in the description box below. One of the things that got focused in on was that heart in future would be very important, and there were chickweed and feverfew were mentioned. They came through in the reading. I found out afterward, thank you, my friend, for telling me that both of those are very good for inflammation. So maybe for in our example, if you focused in on inflammation and what could assist with inflammation, we are certainly having an epidemic of that and are starting to understand how it underlies so many of the conditions in our society now. Okay, so I bet your imagination is going because your imagination seems to always be fired. Remember to dream and to give yourself some rest time as well. I enjoyed spending time with you today. Take care, Gemini, and I will talk with you soon.